Did you miss home a lot? Was it stressful to be with your host family in the beginning? What do you miss the most about the US? If you guys had kids, would you want them to go on exchange? Do you still guys keep in touch with your host family? So did you get along super well from the beginning? What was more difficult, the beginning or the end of an exchange? Do you feel like you have more opportunities than people who have never gone on exchange here? Hello guys! Welcome back to my channel, kochani. Dzisiaj mamy wyjątkowego gościa, ponieważ Kat przyjechała do mnie do Polski. The duo is reunited, so we thought we're gonna do a little recap on our exchange year, because jeżeli oglądacie mnie od moich początków, czyli od wymiany do USA, to wiecie, że mieszkałyśmy razem. Byliśmy praktycznie jak siostry, byliśmy tej samej host rodziny. No i co? Minęło już od tej wymiany 5 lat. 5 lat temu z niej wróciłyśmy, więc myślę, że fajnie mi się podzielić naszymi spostrzeżeniami i przemyśleniami na temat wymiany właśnie po takim dłuższym czasie. Let's go, let's recap our exchange year, and kto mnie nie subskrybuje, proszę to zrobić, macie wtedy plus 10 do słagu.
Subscribe down below.
I jak coś filmik będzie po angielsku, ale pewnie YouTube zrobi też napisy po polsku, więc jak nie rozumiecie, to sobie możecie na spokojnie przetłumaczyć, a jak rozumiecie, to super, macie English lesson.
Super.
Let's go with the first question. What do you miss the most about the US? Nothing. No. No, I'm kidding.
Besides like the family, because I feel like that's like what I would miss the most technically. Like
Yeah,
just
our host family for sure.
But if it's more like the US as a country and less about like that aspect, I miss kind of how the culture is very cheery. Like you say hi, even just you know, like a cashier can compliment your boots.
Yeah.
And I think that's fun because we don't really do that as much in Sweden.
Yeah,
and
I think
really
everybody
enjoy
was
that.
very positive there, even though it was kind of fake, but like it was nice. It was
Fake
good
positivity
vibes.
is
Yeah.
still positivity in a sense.
Yeah, exactly.
And like it can make you feel good about yourself even if it's not like
Yeah.
you know, we're besties.
Yeah, exactly. So I would also say that, but of course the host family. Like I miss how chill everything was, you know, because we were just teenagers. Like we were just going to American high school. We didn't have to worry about anything. Their host mom was picking us up from school. We were going to Starbucks, and then we were going to get food. Then we were just yapping in the living room, watching Twilight in her room, in her bed. Like this is what I think
It
I
was
miss
all
the
just
most.
chill and we were just living.
Yeah.
Nothing really mattered. Like
Next question. Speaking of actually host family a little bit, was it a little bit stressful for you guys to be with your host family in the beginning? Yes, it was. No, it wasn't. Maybe okay, it was stressful, but for me it was just weird because it's technically random people you've never seen before.
Yeah.
And we always laugh about the fridge because the most awkward thing ever was like the first week when our host family was super like nice and welcoming, and they were like, guys, if you're hungry, just open the fridge, eat whatever you want, also tell me what you want, I can buy you in the store, whatever. But it was so awkward for us to just open somebody's fridge and eat from it. Like it was, I mean, so bad.
It's like if you're with a friend and maybe not like your closest friend, and like you're not going to be comfortable just taking stuff from their fridge, but here we had to because we're gonna live there. And you know, I remember like the first Daria had been there for like a week or two before me. So when I arrived, she like very kindly was like in the kitchen in the morning, and it like helped me feel a little bit comfortable like making breakfast because she was there.
Yeah, I was there.
And she wasn't part of like the family.
Yes.
So
I was the imposter as well. How did you guys feel after landing like in the US when we arrived? Was it like scary? Was it exciting, or was it something else?
Honestly, I think that all I could think about was that I felt so disgusting from that long ass flight. Like,
Same.
I was definitely just tired and felt sweaty and just not great. But also, you know, besides that, I was really excited. I wasn't very scared, at least not. I don't know if it was just not having slept or something, but I was just excited, and you know, I was nervous. Because
I was nervous as fuck.
I had to just go into this new family, and also, you know, I knew that you had already been there for a couple of weeks. So I was
you
just
had
like,
it easier.
Oh my gosh, you guys. But I also felt like you already had like a relationship a little bit.
That's
so it was kind of
true,
scary for me to just like try to get into that, even though, you know, I quickly
you just got into that
like
right
I
away.
fit in, so.
Yeah, that was perfect. No, but I was stressed. Like I still remember going up the escalators. It was the same escalators that you went up, and I just remember I was like, oh my gosh, my host mom is gonna be standing right there, and she was standing there with the poster. Like it was so surreal. It was crazy. It was so weird, but I was so nervous, and I can't even describe it. It was such a weird feeling, you know? Do you still guys keep in touch with your host family after 5 years?
Yes. We do.
We do. Yeah, of course we don't like talk every day because it's impossible because of the time differences and like everybody does their own things in life. Like we're students right now, our host sisters are doing different things, our host parents as well, but we still have our group chat. Sometimes we send pictures and everything, and we visited them a couple of times. No, we visited them once.
One time.
But then they visited you, and then we saw them. I saw them in London as well.
Yeah.
And
so like we try, and I visited my host sister in London last year.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, we still keep in touch, and we're definitely like still close. I feel like, and we nurture that relationship in the way that we can, because it's not sustainable to come and visit each other all the time.
Yeah, it's hard, but they're the most amazing people ever. So I always want to have them in my life.
I love them. So you know,
they're like our family.
We're a fake family.
Fake family.
The closest we can get to a real family without being real family.
Yes, literally that's the name of our group chat. Like we're called fake family. Did you miss home a lot? Like, you know, Sweden and Poland?
I honestly didn't. And this is not that I did not want to be home or didn't love my family and friends. Like I missed my friends sometimes, and I definitely missed my family sometimes. But I honestly, I didn't really have any feelings of wishing to go home because I guess this is different for everybody and how their brain works. But for me, I knew I was gonna come back to my parents. Exactly. So I wasn't really worried about that, and I was genuinely just excited to be in this new environment because I could really evolve as a person in a way that was really hard for me to do at home in the same environment I had always been. Yep. So it was honestly just a great time to try things because I didn't feel like I had to be this one kind of person that I'd always been anymore. Of course, missing not seeing my parents for a year, but I wasn't missing home actively. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm missed my home even for an hour. No, like of course, like you said, there were some moments where I would be like, I don't know, oh, I wish my little sister could see this, or I was like, oh, I want to pet my cat. But I literally did not miss home at all because first of all, we were so lucky that, like we said, we had an amazing host family, so they made us feel like at home. Because I think the biggest aspect why people miss home and their family when they are on exchange is when they're not very compatible with their host families and they don't really feel like at home there, you know what I mean? Then you feel strange and then you miss what's safe and what's known and the people that love you. But we were so lucky to have people that loved us there, I feel like. So literally I didn't miss home. And also the biggest aspect I think is what you said, like I know I'm going back in 1 year and I was just having so much fun. So I was like, okay, my life is waiting for me there. Of course it's gonna be different when I come back, but it's waiting there. Like I'm not disappearing from it forever. It's just 1 year and then I'm gonna be back. So I didn't miss home at all. Yeah, and I feel like our family, like they really made an effort to keep us busy. Yes. Because, like I think is like just also to like have us experience things as much as possible. But that really helps because then you're not left alone. Yeah. Because I feel like if you were bored a lot and left alone maybe in your room and you didn't have things to do, because it can be hard to like function in the new society. Of course. Then you could probably miss home a lot more. Yes. But if you're keeping busy and like we were doing and just, you know, being really embraced by the family in the sense that you don't feel like a guest, you feel like a family member. Literally, yes. That really, really helps. Yeah. So for host families, you know, if you want to be host family, really try to embrace your host like student. Oh, this is a funny question. So did you guys get along super well from the beginning or not that much? We never like clashed, at least not in my head. Like we never clashed. But I feel like I was intimidated by you. Like I was like, oh my gosh, she seems so cool. I need to. So I was scared that she wasn't gonna like me. But I felt like we did get along. Like we were never, because we were in the same boat too. So and it was COVID, so like we had to hang out a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. And of course, like at the beginning, I don't know if you remember that, but I have a memory of us like sitting in the kitchen. It was like your second day or something, and our host mom, I think she said something like, "Oh, you guys are definitely gonna like be besties, and then you can like visit each other in your own countries, blah blah blah." And then we just looked at each other because we barely knew each other at that time, and it was like we will see, like we don't know yet, you know what I mean? Like we weren't like best friends from the beginning, of course, because you have to get to know each other. But I feel like from the beginning, like there was no drama or nothing. Like we just got along, and then we just became sisters like that. Yeah, like we never disliked or had any issues getting along. But I definitely like I did not go into it, like genuinely I did not go into this experience thinking that I would be super close with the other host students. Me neither. I felt like we were gonna be pretty separate and stuff. Yeah. But I'm really glad we weren't. I know, like, me too. That was the best part. It turned out really great. I mean, I'm here like 6 years later. So. Exactly. Oh my gosh, I feel old. I know, me too. Did the whole exchange year really look like in the movies? I'd say no, because it was during COVID. That's true. And we also like we didn't go to like the classic high school. It was a private school, you know, so we didn't get like that full, like, you know, experience in that sense. But a lot of things were,
I think for me,
it's just like American way of living.
Yes, for me, just, of course, some things were different because of COVID and other aspects, but generally I felt like I was in a movie. Like, it was exactly what I imagined it would be, and it was just magical. It was like a fever dream, you know. It was like
Targets everywhere.
Yeah, Targets, Starbucks,
Like,
pink drink, that type of shit, you know.
No, but yeah, I truly feel like just like the culture and being somewhere where they have all of these stores and it just looks really American, that really makes you feel like that is what you're imagining.
What is something you will never forget about exchange year? Honestly, I think it's crazy because people probably think, oh, the things you remember from the exchange is like the big things like graduation or I don't know. But I just remember like the little things. Driving to California with our host mom for like 10 hours and just yapping and listening to music and stopping in fast food places, or our walks around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Just the little things, you know?
I feel the same. I remember when we were at our motels and we were just giggling for so long when we were gonna go to sleep because there's this whole thing with the lights.
Yeah, you wouldn't get it, guys.
It's really funny, and like I remember that so well, and it brings me so much joy just thinking about it. Like, it's just like small things that are very mundane, but and not specific maybe to actually being in the US, but it's just like the people and having that. So I feel like that's what you remember the most.
Yeah, just like literally the little things, or like me kayaking with our host dad, or the cats, the dog. And we also talked about it the other day, like we still remember how the air smelled outside of our house. Like I remember the smell of our neighborhood because I loved our neighborhood, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, like I can be transported back to being on the front porch. Like I can smell that, like my senses are remembering.
I swear, it's crazy. So this is, I think, what we remember the most. What was more difficult, the beginning or the end of an exchange? Definitely the ending.
Yeah.
I don't think people talk about it enough because people say, oh yeah, going is scary, being on a plane by yourself is scary, meeting your host family is scary, blah blah blah, whatever. But going back and adjusting to your life once again, that doesn't even feel like your life anymore, is, I think, the hardest part. Like, especially mentally.
It's not to scare you off. You should definitely go to an exchange year if you are able to, but I fear that people are putting a lot of pressure on like getting there, and like that's so scary. Well, I don't think it is for a lot of people, but going back after an entire year, especially if you've had a really good time, it feels so weird. You feel really out of place at home, and like it took me a good like 2 months to not feel like something was off all the time when I was home back in Sweden. And
I swear,
it's just, it is impossible to explain this feeling to someone else because you won't get it. Like, you do not understand what it is that feels off. I would do it again.
Yeah,
you know, like, you get back into it, but that's definitely a really, like, that's really rough actually.
Yeah, no, like for me, no joke, I think it took me like half a year, if not longer, to like feel happy again in my house. And I also was telling Kat about it, like I came back and I had like a really like sad fucking episode. Like I was just in my bed crying every single day. My little sister Gabriela, you guys know her from my vlogs, she's my best friend, and she was my best friend even before going on exchange. But when we talk about the time when I came back, like Gaba was terrified of me. Like she couldn't even talk to me because I was a bitch. Like I was so unhappy to be back home. I didn't talk with anyone. Like I couldn't even handle my own emotions. So it was really, I don't know, I hated it. I hated it. And also it's easier, you know, because like we said, you go on exchange, you have it in the back of your mind, you're gonna be back in 1 year. But when you go back from the US, you technically don't know if you're ever gonna go back, if you're ever gonna live there again, if you're ever gonna see your host family again. Like, of course you hope so, but you don't have it like guaranteed, you know. It happened, it was like the best year of your life, and now it's over. And
exactly, you're never gonna go on like an exchange like in the same way, at least, ever again.
Yeah.
And then it's also just like, you go back, when you're going back, you will have this view of what your life at home and what your family looks like.
Yeah.
But that view will be what it looked like a year ago.
Exactly.
And not only have you changed a tremendous amount, and you won't notice that, but you have grown and you have changed
a lot.
And it's so like life-changing in a way to go away for a year. But your family has also changed, and dynamics have been different when you've been away. So it's gonna feel weird to be in your own family. Like, you're gonna feel, at least for me, I did not feel like I fit in. Like there was something wrong, and it just felt off because it wasn't like I remembered it, because things had changed and I had changed, but they had also changed. It's really hard mentally. I think you should be ready for that, and just know that, you know, everybody feels that way, and that's okay, and you will get back into it and everything will be great again.
Yes, but your life will be amazing again, and you will do a lot of amazing things, because I love my life now and I'm super happy with where I am. But that half a year after coming back from exchange, I swear, one of the worst periods of my life. After coming back to Poland and Sweden, do you still have any American habits? It's stupid, but the freaking ice. Because in America, every single time you go to Starbucks or whatever, you get get a drink, like they put shit ton of ice in the cups. Like it's more ice than drink. They love their ice water, their ice Coke, their ice everything, their ice coffee. And like I wasn't really an icy drink type of girl, but I got into it in the US, and now like even when I fill out my Stanley with water, half of it is ice. Like I love adding ice to everything.
Yeah, it's really the same for me. Like I wasn't drinking ice drinks before I went to the US, not regularly. It's not like people don't do it, but I picked that habit up from being in the US.
That's for sure, yeah. And also maybe I feel like I learned a lot of small talk in the US. I don't like small talk, but I used to be super bad. Like if I was in a social setting before my exchange year, like, you know, I was just standing there and I didn't know what to talk with people about. But now I feel like I got so good because Americans, even if they don't care, they know how to make a conversation sound like they do care. Like you say one thing and then they pick up on one detail, they ask you more about this, about that. And I feel like I've learned that from them. So now even if I'm in like a random conversation with someone and I know it's not gonna be a deep conversation, like I can still keep up that conversation and ask more questions and like have it small talk. So that's but that's good. I think I needed that skill, you know?
Yeah, I'm also a lot better at just like going up to people and starting conversation, even if it's just like you're out somewhere and you don't know people. I'm so much more confident in just going up to people.
If you could, would you go on exchange year again?
Yes.
100%.
I would definitely go.
Honestly,
like no question. No.
I swear I would pay $1 million to go back in time, be 16 again, and be in my exchange year. Like that was the best time of my life.
Yeah.
Ever. And of course, it also wasn't perfect. Let's not glamorize it. Like we still had some issues and like some things were hard. Whatever, we had our sad days. Like it happens. You're still a human being. You still have your things. But other than that, like it was an amazing year.
Even the people who have great host families and get to do a bunch of things, it is rough. Like you're still away from your home country and your family and everything. Like it's hard. But I would definitely do it again. It was such an amazing experience and I grew so much.
Me too.
It was
I wouldn't be the same person if I didn't go. Like I know that. I think I would still grow as a person and get to the point where I am right now. But honestly, I think it would take me years. Because it was just such an intense time. Like we changed so much and I think it was just like a speed run through life, you know? If you guys had kids, would you want them to go on exchange?
Yeah.
For sure. Of course, I wouldn't force my child. If they didn't want to, don't go. But if they were open to it and I had the opportunity to send them, I would 100% send them there. Do you feel like you have more opportunities now in life than people who have never gone on exchange year?
I think that I don't inherently have more opportunities given to me, but I think that I'm open to more opportunities because a lot of my friends, you know, they would not, like I moved to Berlin for a year to study, and a lot of my friends, it would be a much bigger deal for them to do that, and they would have to think it over a lot more, and they're not as open to doing that and to traveling or living abroad or anything like that. Being fluent in English is definitely like opening up opportunities, but a lot of my friends are also fluent, so you know, I'm not super special there. But just being open, less scared and worried about going somewhere else that is pretty far away or trying something new is very like, it's opening opportunities for yourself.
Yes, no, I agree. I think so. I don't think exchange itself gives you more opportunities, like in a sense, oh, I put on my CV, I went on an exchange year, so I get more jobs. No. That doesn't help you in any way. I'm sorry to break it to you, but it doesn't. But in a sense of like, you are open to more opportunities. And I feel like, you know, everybody has a lot of opportunities in their life, but we're just more likely to be like, yeah, fuck it, let's go, let's do it, let's try, because we've been through so much, like we're not afraid of anything anymore, I would say so. Like even stupid example, you know, a lot of people can go and study abroad, but most people would be like, you know, like you said with Berlin, like maybe not, maybe it's too much, maybe it would be really hard for them, whatever. But for me, because I lived alone at 16 on the other side of the world, I literally moved to a city I've never been to before, with a language I've never spoken before, and I was just like, yes, let's do it, because now I know like the hardest decisions in life are always the best ones, and you're always fucking grateful to yourself for taking them and like taking the risk. So I would say in that sense, yes, that's it. Like you don't get more opportunities.
You're more like, you're more open to opportunities.
You create the opportunities for yourself. That was it for our questions, guys.
Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed our chit chat about exchange 5 years later. Actually, 6 years later. It started 6 years ago, so it's crazy.
Don't even say that.
Yeah, I know, but I think it's cute looking back at it, you know, and I'm so grateful we got to live it, and I hope you guys found the video interesting, you know.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I hope some of you are going to.
Yeah, whoever is going, enjoy, take a lot of pictures, say yes to everything, because it's gonna be the best year of your life and it's gonna go by fast.
And even if you're tired, do the thing.
Yes, just do everything you can, because it's the most magical time you can ever have. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Bye.
I kto mnie nie subskrybuje, proszę to zrobić, macie wtedy plus 10 do słagu. Bye.